Hello and welcome along to another episode of this Cricket 19 career with me, Daniel. It's episode 16 and today we're back for our first innings in a very special situation. We've been made the captain of our club side Leeds and it's taken 16 episodes and almost 2 years, but we finally got the captaincy and today we've lost our first ever toss. We've just gone into it in a 50 over game and we've been put into bat by Liverpool, but we've got to try and put a big score on the board and then we're going to be in charge of our bowlers. That means that we're going to have less of an impact with the ball and won't get bowled out every 50 over match, but we've got to perform with the bat now as we're getting ever closer to county selection. But firstly, a massive thank you to everyone that's followed the series so far. I really do appreciate your support with it, as well as the Ashes Test playthrough beforehand, a mini series I really enjoyed making. So if you are new to the channel and enjoying the content, please do subscribe for regular content and put a thumbs up on the video if you're enjoying the series as we celebrate our first big landmark moment. Maybe we could follow it up with our first century as well, something that wouldn't go amiss at this stage. Again, we got to about 80 odd in another one of the 3-day games recently, but unfortunately we managed to get ourselves out again, so still no century in this career yet. We've also yet to hit a 6, so a couple of big landmarks still to come. Obviously county selection's the big one though, that's more important for us than any of the little personal ones. So let's go and get into the first over of the match. You can see Nathan Crompton's been selected back up to number 1. It was my first change as captain because he'd done awfully since we'd been switched, so I've just put him back to where he's more comfortable and you can see he's got off the mark now. There's a couple of other little changes in the team. Oscar O'Keefe's moved up to number 4, August Yang's come in as the number 7, just because we wanted to solidify our team with the bat. So often we collapsed in a lower order, so I've tried to balance our team a little bit better. As a result, we've got 1 less bowler in the team, but there's still 4 out and out bowlers and 3 all-rounders, including myself of course, and then we've still got an extra man in with the bat, which should make our tail a little longer. But let's go and get into this first over. Fingers crossed we won't get out first ball. Seem to have had a change in temperature here, just 9 degrees today. As we face the first ball, we're just going to defend. It's the last one of the over, there's no need to take a risk, and we can't get out for a golden duck in our first game as skipper. So the first over's seen out comfortably, although just 1 added here by Leeds, and we're going to have to pick up the run rate soon, as Nathan Crompton's gone on a scoring spree. He's hogged a strike and he's got 22 off 22 now, and we haven't faced a ball in that time. We've just faced the last of the 4th over, and we've 4 gone with 22 without loss, 31 without loss now even. We've got to the end of 5 overs and we've only faced 2 dot balls. Crompton seems to be going at it heavily, so we're just going to go and flick away a single. You know that's my favourite shot anyway, and we're going to put Crompton back on strike to let him continue his good work. If he can keep us going at 6 and over, there's no need for us to worry for now. We can come into things a bit later on, though Crompton's gone back to a single this time. There's plenty of space on the leg side for us as we're going in against the right arm fast bowler. It's a short ball and we chopped onto our stumps. We're out for 1. It's a disastrous start as captain, and I guess you're going to be seeing a bit more bowling today. The short ball gets us again. Anything outside off stump from the spinners and anything above waist height from the short ball. Against the seamers we've really struggled, and we've been bowled for 1 off 4 balls, and Crompton's going to have to save the day. So we're going to select the batsman and then we'll simulate through, and we should be back in a moment as we try to do better with the ball. Okay, we're back almost halfway through the chasing innings, hoping to perform a little bit better with the ball than we did with the bat there. Thankfully a few players came to our rescue. Crompton got himself 48 in the end. Doherty got a century, the second time he's done that in recent weeks. Oliver Jones put down the order 1 place, he got 69 off 87, and the man we brought back in from the abyss, August Yang, got a 50. That was off just 27 balls not out. He certainly had a fantastic innings. Mohamed Russell's only wicket was us. McGregor and Merritt starring with the ball for Liverpool. So it looks like our selections have been good, even if our personal performance hasn't. And we're back at a pretty interesting time now. Liverpool 116 for 2, chasing 299. They've obviously got to get to 300, and they're not quite on course for that at the moment. But we know they go very heavy towards the end of the innings, so we're going to come in for 3 or 4 now. We just want to try and slow down the run rate, make sure they don't get up to the required total, and give them a massive monumental task in the last 10 or 15 and hope they won't be able to chase it. So we're going to get in and bowl our first ball now. We go for our usual field and hopefully we can keep the score down. Into our first ball then, and as well as bringing ourselves into the attack, we've brought the leg spinner in at the other end as well, so we're really starting to try and churn some overs out now. 6 dot balls would be ideal here, but obviously we'd like to take a wicket too, so we don't mind conceding the odd single. But a good start to the over, and we've started with a dot, certainly better than we did with the bat. It's again right on the stumps, and it's been flicked away to the man in the inner circle. Another dot ball, and we're really starting to build the pressure. This batsman in particular is the one we've got to target. On 60 off 62 balls now, he's going at a strike rate of almost 100. Oh, we got an LB there. It's certainly going to be close. The umpire's given it third ball, and it might have been a disaster with the bat, but it's becoming an absolute dream debut as skipper with the ball. 3 balls and we get our first wicket, and it's Liam Woodward LB for 60. I was just going to say we didn't want him to get out of control, as he looked like the danger man of the two. Let's find out if it was going on to hit the stumps. The impact was in line. Is it umpire's call? It is, so we would have got away with it in DRS, but we're not going to worry about that at club level. Hopefully our performance with the ball can attract county attention, as our appearance with the bat certainly wasn't going to do that. Henry Hendricks, what a name that is. He comes in another right-hander, and we're going to start with a flighted delivery to him as we try to continue to build pressure. We've really got them with that line on the stumps, and again it's just defended away, and it could be a wicket maiden to start here and be the perfect time to bring ourselves into the attack. We certainly did badly with the ball, but our decisions as skipper have certainly gone well, and it's really looking good for us so far. We're causing a lot of trouble and they're not able to get us away, and I think this could be a perfect first over. Let's see if we can see the maiden out now. They probably will try and get one away. We're trying to get them on that leg stump line, although that one was a little bit wider. It's straight to the man in the inner circle, and we finish off our maiden spell. It's a right arm wrist spinner Giovanni Morgan coming on. Fingers crossed he'll do as well as us. Halfway through the innings, and Liverpool have only got to 120 for 3. The leg spinner Morgan's first over only went for 4 runs, and he's taken the required rate above 7 now, and they're currently not even going at 5s, so that's a really good sign for us at the halfway point. We've got to keep ourselves on line and length though, make sure they don't get any runs away, and another 2 or 3 maidens here, and we can bring the seamers back into the attack. This is how we should be used, and I feel that the previous skipper should have used us, just to get 3 or 4 overs in the middle, really tight ones to squeeze the run rate. In situations like this where the game was in the balance, it's really the time that we should be used. So hopefully we can complete another maiden here, or at least just go for 2 or 3. Remembering that Hendricks isn't off the mark yet, so he's going to be nervy until he adds a run. We've got to make sure he doesn't do that this over, and if we continue on this line, it should be absolutely perfect. Let's see if we can get him in here. Can we get through the gate? We can't, as he tries to sweep away, but it only finds the man in the inner circle. Final ball of the over, and we're just going to keep it as we were. Standard off break delivery. No need to throw in wrong uns at this stage. They're really defending and trying to rebuild. Hendricks is leaving it to McGregor at the other end, but he's struggling with the leg spinner too. So a brilliant second over and 2 maidens to start, and we obviously managed to get our wicket as well. Let's see what they've done at the other end as we go into the 28th over. Hopefully Giovanni's done well, and again he's only gone for 4 runs. This is absolutely fantastic as a partnership here. Something I'm really keen to build for us too, particularly in the shorter forms of the game. Giovanni Morgan's our best spinner, and I can also come into the attack and bowl a couple of economical overs. Third over then, and although we're certainly disappointed to be showing so much action with the ball in this episode, as we were hoping to get past 1 with the bat, we're certainly making up for our poor performance there by producing a captain's knock with the ball. We're really doing a special job here at the moment, and we just got to make sure we do it consistently. 2 overs is great, but if we concede a couple of boundaries now, all our hard work will be done instantly. That one nearly got through the batsman too, caught out by the flighted effort ball, but fortunately he gets there at the last second and gets it away for Liverpool's sake. Liverpool chasing 300, they don't look like getting there at this rate as they continue to defend with Hendricks, who's now none off 12 balls. He continues to struggle with the field we've given, and it doesn't look like he's going to score anytime soon. I say that as he'll probably go and smash a 4 now, but that one goes straight to the fielder as well. A really good start for us, really consistent, and we've not deviated from our line and length too much. Just that standard good length delivery, we go slightly fuller as well, and then we try try to force it towards leg stump, which is leading them into defensive shots or sweep shots to the infielders. We'll finish with a flighted one as it nearly caught him out earlier in the over. Hendricks could be 15 without a run at this point, and he is as he defends it again, just pushes it to the man at mid-wicket. That's a fantastic third over, 3 maidens in a row, and I think we've made up for our batting performance now. Hopefully Morgan can perform at the other end. He's done brilliantly in his first 2 overs, can he do the same again? Well, not only can Giovanni Morgan keep it tight, he's proven he can produce a maiden as well, but he's managed to better us. He got a double wicket maiden. Firstly, McGregor the danger man on 42, then he's bowled John Cooley out for a duck, 3 balls and he was stumped by O'Keefe. A fantastic over from him, and we're now back in with no pressure at all. Hendricks still at the crease on 0 off 15, and Leo Walsh at the other end yet to score. Certainly the sort of batsman we'd like to face. So Hendricks will probably just defend again, but at some point Liverpool have got to attack. We're just going to keep ourselves in for a couple more, as Morgan and myself seem to be a great combination. Let's start with a flighted delivery. We're not going to deviate from that line. It's tempting to go for wickets on the offside, and we want to try and attract the outside edge, but it's not the right time for that in this game, as we've got to keep things tight and let Morgan be the star of the show. There's no need for us to be an egomaniac here. We're skipper and we've got to do what's best for the team, and he's answered my query from the last episode really. We cannot be an egomaniac now. We've got to let our players shine. That's the role of the captain. We've got to be unselfish, and I'm sure that will be noted by Leeds. They continue to defend, and another half an over goes by, and we're just rushing through our overs, and before you know it, Liverpool are looking up at the scoreboard, and they've suddenly got the same total to chase and far less overs to do it. Again a defensive shot, but it is going to be a single this time. Hendricks off the mark with his 19th ball, but a single after 3.5 overs. We're not going to complain about that performance. It gives us a go at the new batsman as well, and we're going to start with a flighted delivery for him. The penultimate ball of the over. We're 1 for 1 off 3.4, and we might have done the same again, you know. I think this one was very slightly wider and may have just been missing leg stump. Unfortunately we don't get the umpire's call. It might well turn out to be one again, but I think this may have been missing leg stump. The impact's umpire's call, and it looks like it was missing, so a good decision from the umpire there. But a brilliant ball to test the new batsman, and he really seems to be struggling with the spin. That bodes well as Morgan's back in at the other end. Our first run conceded, but Liverpool only move on to 1-2-5 for 5. 30 overs gone, and Leeds are in control of this match. Well, we're into our 5th over. We've just bowled the first ball for a dot. Giovanni Morgan may be a slight negative. He was slightly more expensive in that last over, but you can see he's taken yet another wicket, this time of Walsh to bring Palmer to the crease. He got 2 off his first ball, but now we're back into the attack. Hendricks on 2 off 21. We're going to try and get him out this over. Again, he's caught late in his crease with that one, but he manages to get it away to the man at cover. We've still conceded just 1 run, and it's been an absolutely fantastic spell, and more importantly a great partnership, something that bodes well for the future at Leeds. That's a lovely punch down the ground from Hendricks though, and I think it's going to be at least 2. It hasn't got enough to reach the boundary though, so it is going to be cut off by the fielder. 4 runs now for Hendricks, and we've conceded 3 in our 4.5 overs. Still a pretty good spell so far, but the signs are coming that we might need to bring Seam back into the attack. Giovanni Morgan can stay in his spot, but I don't think we're going to last much longer. So we'll go for a flighted delivery now. It seems to have caught out a few so far. This one's wider to the leg side, and again it brings us a dot ball. Plenty of reward for us. We've already got our wicket as the part-timer, and we've just got to support our other spinner now by keeping things tight at our end. Another dot ball and just 1 left in the over. I thought he was going to run there. He got caught at the non-striker's end, but thankfully it was a fumble in the field for them, so he wasn't able to fire it in and try and get a run out. Let's go and deal with the last ball of the over before we end a fantastic spell for us. If we can avoid a boundary here, it's been a good one. We got caught a little wide outside off stump though, but thankfully it's defended again. That sweep shot's really not getting away. Tried to almost pull it past the man at mid-wicket, but he didn't go either side of him, so another good over for us. 1 for 3 off 5 overs, a fantastic spell for us as a part-time spinner. The good thing is we now don't have to bowl out our 10, and it looks like we were taken out of the attack anyway. We've been brought back in with 38 overs gone, but with just 2 more wickets needed needed and 140 runs to chase, I think we can go and trust our frontline attack. Let's go and have a look at the bowlers available and decide who's going to bowl the next few. Well, looking at the figures across the bowlers, it certainly looks like spin's been dominant here. The medium pacer's got a good economy as well, so I think we might give Owen Jones a chance. He's going to bowl from the other end where the seamer's just finished with 3 for 51, and I think we have to continue with Morgan at our end. He's done absolutely brilliantly. In fact, we'll put Morgan at the other end, as that's where he bowled his brilliant spell of 3 for 19, and we'll continue with him and Jones. I'm sure they'll bowl them out in no time. The other option, of course, is to bring a Hearn into the attack. He's an off spinner, but just a part-timer like us, so we're not going to take that risk for now. Let's let the frontline attack get confidence. I'm sure they'll go and take the last 2 wickets, although they seem to be trying to bring us back into the attack. One of the problems I had as the captain, you set the next bowler and you want them to produce it, but again they've tried to bring us in instead of Jones, something I don't want to happen. Morgan conceded 7 in his over, not too bad at this stage of the game. Liverpool need about 9 and over, so it's certainly not going to harm us. Let's hope that this time it'll skip through for us, and we'll come back with Leeds celebrating victory. There we go then, Leeds win by 94 runs, a successful start as captain for us, even though we dramatically failed with the bat, chopping onto our stumps from a short ball for 1, as our weakness continues against that shorter delivery, the fast bowler getting us out quite comfortably, despite posing no threat to anyone else in the innings. We did take a wicket with the ball though, and had a brilliant economical partnership with Morgan. He finished with 3 for 30, as Oliver Jones came back into the attack. He mopped up the tail with 2 wickets, and we win the game comfortably in the end. He got 69 with the bat and then those last 2 wickets, so he's of course man of the match as well. 94 run victory though, we couldn't have asked for much more of a start as captain. August Jang we brought back into the side, he was a star with the bat as well, so plenty of positive signs in our decision making. We've just got to sort out our defence to the short ball. But let's go and have a quick look at the career hub, see how our selection status stands, and then we'll obviously plan our next episode where hopefully we'll be getting a call up for county selection. We're back in Career Hub and we've just had an achievement to say we've taken 20 career wickets. That's obviously fantastic as a part-timer. Let's go to our player and see our selection status though, as we keep getting messages to say we're close. And look at that, it certainly has changed. We're getting attention now for the County Cup and the One Day Cup in England, and we're also a long way off for the T20 Slam, so it looks like domestic county cricket isn't far away. Shall we see if there's anything in Australia? There's not. The Sheffield Shield is no chance, so unfortunately that one's still a way off, but I'm sure we'll be getting a message from our agent soon. If we go and have a look at our career though, our average is now up to 35, the couple of not outs we've had have really helped, and of course we've got a decent strike rate too, going at 93 in all competitions. With the ball we've been pretty handy too, 21 wickets in 26 matches, a really good economy as we've mentioned already, and that obviously continued in the episode here. So a really good start to our second season, and I think county selection isn't far away. Hopefully we'll get the chance to improve our attributes soon. We're not getting many batting ability skill points. Despite getting a number of decent scores this year, it seems to be much harder to level up on that front. So we still look like a pretty average player on paper, but we're certainly performing a little bit above that. With the ball we are improving, which is of course a good sign. Then in the field we're gradually getting better too, something that will help us as we look for selection. At the higher levels fielding is of course so important, saving that 1 run can mean everything. Look at IPL games and Big Bash games in real life for example, or even the World Cup final this summer. 1 or 2 runs can be the deciding factor in victory or defeat, and can even make you world champions, even if it is with a bit of luck off the outside of the bat. But let's go and have a look at the career hub to see when we're next going to be back. We've got to go and pick our team for a T20 match, and we may well come back and show that, as I do feel like the next few episodes are going to be our last at club level, so I will come back for one of the next 2 matches, either the T20 against Redcar or the 3-day match against Oldham. But if you did enjoy this episode and our first outing as captain, please do put a thumbs up on the video. I know we were probably expecting to bat a bit more than that, and it was really disappointing to get out to the short ball yet again. It was outside off stump too, we didn't need to take any risks at all, but we are still a little bit lacking in discipline there, and at just 19 years of age you have to expect that. But with the ball we did a brilliant job, and as a captain we made some good selection choices. games, and of course built a brilliant partnership with our fellow spin bowler. So plenty of positive signs of course, and I hope we can take that into this T20 game. If you're further ahead in your career, let me know how long it took you to get to county level once you'd been made club captain, or did you get made club captain at all, or were you able to just skip past that stage? Let me know, as I'm interested to know your thoughts to see how long we might have to wait. Of course it will depend partly on form, but there is going to be an element of luck in there too. Subscribe to the channel for 3 episodes a week from this career, every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday at midday. A massive thank you to everyone that supported it so far, as well as our other Cricket 19 story and Ashes Test playthrough we did before this one. I really have been blown away by the support for both, and I can't thank you enough for giving it a try. There's also daily FM19 content from a One Club long-term story, that's with Torquay United, and then we've got a new short-term challenge that we've started to, trying to save a giant club that's got in a bit of trouble, so if you haven't seen that one yet then do go and check it out, and I hope you enjoy something slightly different. There's also weekly content from my Snooker 19 career, that's every Friday at 4:30, but a massive thanks for watching this one and your continued support with the series, I really do appreciate it, and I hope to see you next time for another big episode as we edge ever closer to county selection.